Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to FranTastic InSights, where we provide insights from some of the coolest people in franchising. My name is Alesia Visconti. I am the president and CEO of FranServe and Franchise Dictionary magazine. Now, FranServe is the largest franchise consulting organization in the world. And our mission is very simple. We change people's lives through franchise ownership. And we do that through a network of incredible franchisors and franchise consultants, all who help their candidates explore franchise opportunities. Now, today I'm very excited. I have a delightful person with me. Her name is Nicole Kosmaceski, and she is the Franchise Development Manager for Griswold Home Care. So Nicole, I hope I did your last name justice.
You did perfect. Thank you, Alesia.
It's a lovely name, but you know, with my Jersey accent, I always have to watch how things come out, right? So, but thank you for being with us, Nicole. I love your brand, so I was very excited you found the time to, join us with our audience. I would be thrilled if you could share a little bit about what Griswold does and, what traits make it unique in the home care space.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alesia, thank you so much for having me today. I'm really excited to be here. To introduce Griswold Home Care, we were founded in 1982 by an amazing woman, Jean Griswold. And she got into this space. She had this insight and foresight to get into the non-medical home care space back then. A little bit about Jean. So she was confined to a wheelchair. She suffered the effects of multiple sclerosis, and her husband, Dr. Lincoln Griswold, he was her primary caregiver in the home. And so she just knew right off the bat, from a very personal level, what it was like to rely on someone else for care, and to have good care as well. And then, so in 1984, by demand, she began franchising our concept, and she created the very first purely non-medical home franchise opportunity in the United States. Talking about what we do as a company, and I talk about non-medical home care. So what is that? We really provide care. Our caregivers provide assistance with activities of daily living. So personal care, bathing, dressing, hygiene, as well as the instrumental activities of daily living. So cooking, mobility, housekeeping, errands, transportation, companion care, all of those services are so important to helping someone, wherever they call home, remain there for as long as they can. And then when we look at what makes Griswold Home Care unique, obviously our 38-year history and, the fact that we were the very first non-medical home franchise in the United States. But a few other key pieces I'd like to point out. So we have a very low franchise turnover and failure rate. We don't have a lot of people exiting our business. What we see more often than not is our franchisees will legacy down their business to a loved one. But we also, we offer the largest territory sizes in the industry, and we have the lowest fees as defined by royalties and our ad fund. So just two other things I would really like to point out is in 2017 and again in 2019, we received the Franchisor of the Year Award from the American Association of Franchisees and Dealers. So that is something we're really, really proud of. And then finally, and definitely unique to Griswold Home Care, is our integrated approach to client care and outcomes. The center of that really being our mental wellness program. Our approach is client-centric. Many of our competitors, they offer great and responsible services, but their approach is caregiver-centric. Again, ours being client-centric. The benefit to that, just to put this in perspective, so oftentimes when we are initially called into an individual's home to do a needs assessment on that client, they are not clinically diagnosed, for any sort of decline in cognition. They're just aging, and the family is recognizing that, and they're seeing that maybe some care is needed from that aspect. But while we can provide good service, we're not in the home to sell that service. We're actually providing a better outcome because of our mental wellness program.
Well, that is awesome, Nicole, and I really appreciate even the history of how your franchise was developed and founded. Again, very moving story, and you described that so well. So I appreciate that, and as I'm sure the audience is in understanding how Griswold was formed by human beings, put into those circumstances through, again, MS and a caregiver as well with her husband and doctor. So again, I appreciate that. And I love the different ways that Griswold reaches out to their candidates and their clients and how they make it a family approach, being that, as you said, that client-centric. So that was a very wonderful explanation of what your brand does. Now, can we just segue a little bit now, and you can share with us, in terms of markets. Now, I know you guys have been around for a long time, so I'm sure some markets are sold out, but I bet you have some hot markets that you're looking to explore. So what can you tell our audience about where you're looking to expand going forward?
Absolutely. To take a step back, I'll share where we are today and then paint that picture for where we're going, where we'd like to go. So currently we operate in 30 states. We have 90 franchise owners and they operate 180 territories. But Alesia, you're absolutely right. 2021 is looking bright and we are looking to expand all throughout the country. And for a almost 40-year company, we have over 400 prime territory locations available. So what I'll do, I'll share tier one, and then we can talk a little bit more. I have some additional areas in tier two. So tier one, we're really looking at Charlotte, North Carolina, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Chicagoland, Illinois, Austin, Texas, Richmond, Virginia, in Florida. So much room in Florida still. We have Palm Beach County, Volusia County, the Villages, Jacksonville, the Panhandle. So Tallahassee all the way down to Panama City. Then we have Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Boston, Massachusetts, Denver, Colorado, and Virginia Beach. Alesia, I can tell you that we are even looking to expand in areas that in full states where we don't have a presence currently. Specifically, I'm thinking Wisconsin and Nevada. So definitely area for some growth. Just to take it a step further and really go tier two, we have Louisville, Kentucky, Fort Worth, Arlington, Texas, Tucson, Arizona, Dayton, Ohio, and then as well as Huntsville and Birmingham, Alabama. So plenty of room. We have, like I said, full states, and then we have counties available too, multiple territories in those areas. So just trying to give you an idea of the hot areas.
Oh, I think that's great, because I think there's a lot of like aha moments going on, right, from the audience, because a lot of times when we hear a franchise who's been around for a long time, the prime territories can sometimes be sold out. But here, our listeners are able to hear these wonderful opportunities and territories that are available. So I'm very grateful that you did that. And I know, a number of our people in the audience are going, well, that's my territory. I'm definitely interested in that. So excellent. Very well done, Nicole. Now, can you share a little bit about some of the traits that you look for in a franchise owner? We're talking about expansion, we're talking about markets, but let's talk about your franchisees and what traits that you find are best as new franchisees for your brand.
Absolutely. So I will say this, we welcome all professional backgrounds, but what we really look for is someone with a high degree of empathy and compassion. They want to get involved. They want to get into a profitable industry and have the opportunity to run a profitable business. But at the same time, they have a desire and a drive in them to give back to their local community, wanting to make a difference in the lives of others. And so that's truly what we are looking for. And those traits are evident all throughout our network.
Now that's wonderful, but one of the things I did not hear you say is that they had to have a background in, home care or anything like that. So Can you shed a little light on that? Is it necessary that they have that background?
It is not. We do not require that our franchisees come to us with a medical background at all.
So, and again, you see, listeners, that's one of the beauties about a franchise, because of the training, the development, the support, that the industry itself doesn't need to have an experienced owner. It can come from other industries and other backgrounds. And it's the concept of, working for yourself, but not by yourself. So Nicole, I'm sure you can go on and on and on about the great support, but could you share just a little bit about how that works for a new franchisee, what they could expect, especially if they don't have that background and they're thinking, can I be successful, at a brand if I don't have that background?
Absolutely, absolutely. So talking through that, when we bring on a new franchisee, I transition them over to our launch team. And our launch team will take them through every step that is needed to open the doors of their business. I'm talking, operations support, training, sales, marketing support, IT, finance. Alesia, you said it best. That is the benefit of joining a franchise system, that you're not recreating the wheel. That support's already there for you. So our launch team will provide that support to get the doors of the business ready to open. And then right before grand opening, we will invite a new franchisee to our home office. And we're doing all of our home care academy, that is what it's called. We're doing it all virtually, obviously, right now with the way that things are in the world, but look forward to the day we can all be back together. But our new franchisees have had exactly the same experience in training as they would have had they been in person. And so 2 weeks of Home Care Academy where, our new franchisee really gets to see what good looks like. It's a mix of both classroom-based as well as, that real world training that it's invaluable, because now they're ready. When they leave Home Care Academy, they are ready to go home and open the doors of their business.
Well, thank you, Nicole. That's why I knew that you had a great system. I just had to get that out there for all our listeners. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you also offer a veteran discount, correct?
Absolutely, Alesia. Thank you for that. We are a very veteran-friendly company, and we would offer our military veterans a 20% discount off of the initial franchise fee.
Well, that is very generous, and I thank you so much for that. As I'm sure you know, I'm very involved in the veteran community and getting franchisees from veterans and having them explore opportunities of franchise ownership. So thank you for that generous discount. And veterans, thank you so much for your service. Now, Nicole, I'd like to go a little bit deeper. We talked about empathy and we talked about some of those traits. I want to talk about one of my favorite hashtags on social media, and I probably use this hashtag more than I use my own company's hashtags, but it is Franchise Strong. And I am very passionate about that hashtag because to me, Franchise Strong really does embody everything that franchise is. We come together as a caring group to support people's dreams of business ownership. And we do that when the economy's up, when the economy's down, when there's COVID, when there's no COVID. The franchise space, and as we call it, the franchise fam, really comes together to help people own franchises and to be successful. What I'd really love to hear is, what is your feelings about Franchise Strong and what does it mean to you and to your brand?
Absolutely, Alesia, thank you. Hashtag Franchise Strong is deeply rooted in every person who represents the Griswold Home Care brand. And that can all be traced back to our founder, Jean Griswold. We as a company, people join our company because we have stayed true to our founder. Our name, Griswold Home Care, it's the name of our founder. It wasn't created in a lab. It wasn't created because of the silver tsunami that was heading our way. It truly embodies someone that depicts the purpose of giving back to a community. And while I'm talking about purpose, we don't have a mission statement. Many companies do, but we don't, because missions can be accomplished. And We have a purpose that we live by, and it is to give people the help that they need to live in the place that they love. Our purpose is enduring, it's everlasting, it's inspirational. And again, it can be traced back to our founder. You know, Jean herself, she got into this space because she wanted to give back and make a difference in the lives of others, but she wanted to do something larger than that. And that's when she created the Jean Griswold Foundation. And that's our nonprofit. It's a 501(c)(3). And the visionary that she was, wanting to do something larger, it allowed giving back to community, but to caregivers as well, and to other nonprofits that help seniors and community organizations. And that ultimately led to our national partnership with Meals on Wheels. So if you want to find a culture and look at the purpose, you have to look at the creator of the company. Understanding Jean's story, our culture, and our history, hashtag franchise strong, it's woven into the fabric of our company. And quite honestly, Alesia, it's why franchise buyers and clients and caregivers are all attracted to our brand. It's just that powerful.
Well, I have to tell you, Nicole, you know, I will tell you when you're speaking, all your passion comes up. It's very easy to see that, you know, it's a caring brand and that you really do want to make a difference in people's lives. And the brand, and of course, as you as the brand ambassador, that passion comes through, the caring attitude. It's a delight to hear you speak about it. And I'm sure our listeners feel the exact same way that I do. So it's very evident that her passion and her desire carries throughout the brand. So thank you for sharing that, Nicole. And I have to tell you, you're such a delight. And I so appreciate you coming on our show and chatting. I know everybody's lives are busy and crazy and hectic right now, but I truly appreciate your time and sharing your FranTastic insights with us. And audience, I want to thank you for your time. So audience, be sure to also subscribe to our channel. You can stay up to date, you know, with more videos. But Nicole, I want to turn it over to you before we wrap up. Any last words for today?
I would just like to put it out there for listeners that if you are interested in learning more about our brand and franchise opportunities with Griswold Home Care, I would welcome a conversation. So thank you. And Alesia, thank you as always to you. I appreciate your wonderful compliment. It means a lot. But I enjoyed being with you today as well. Thank you.
Well, you are a delight, and thank you very much, Nicole. And audience and everyone listening, I just have to say it, have a FranTastic day.